Dance is secure, and it is Wednesday night, May 6th, and I'm shooting a quick video. And tonight, I'm sharing a little bit about me and a little bit about a funny moment, and actually a kind of embarrassing moment from my past as a kid, even as I'm thinking about it right now. Takes me back. Back in 1977, my whole family, we decided to take a family vacation. And first, if I remember right, we went down to Disneyland for a while. And then we, came back. And then I think my parents at the time, rented not a huge, uh, RV, RV, motorhome. Uh, but they got one big enough for all of us and everything. And so we embarked on a family vacation to go down and travel down into, a little bit of Arizona, New Mexico, cross a little bit tip of Texas, I think it is, and back up and around and came back up into, um, uh, I don't remember if we got it through a little bit of Wyoming or not, or I honestly don't remember. It's been a long time. 77, 87, 97, 2007, almost 40 years ago. Wow. Okay, that shows you how old I am. Um, but with that anyway, and then we came up into Colorado. I remember the Colorado part, beautiful. Um, I've been back there since for a company event, a little over a year ago, during the summer. Um, but when we came through Colorado before, we went through Grand Junction. I don't think we hit all the way up into Denver. So, with that, getting back to the story, because I'm really trying not to uh, get into it, because it's really quite embarrassing. But I think it should give you a different side of me and let you see a little bit more of what I'm like, and that even though I'm, smart, I have a degree in accounting. I do very, you know, I'm very pretty, toe, the line and stuff and things like that. But anyway, up in Colorado, we had gone up in there, and I think we had found like a little area to do some camping for a couple days, and found a lake and stuff. And earlier during the day, if I remember right, I think it had been drizzling and kind of rainy. And then later on that night, it kind of stopped, and it was cool. So we were all sitting out, with our jackets on, sitting around the fire. We had built a fire, and I'm sitting there kind of, I don't like the cold, so I was kind of, I think I was one of the closest one to the fire probably. I was probably almost in the fire because I really don't like the cold. That's why I love the desert. I love living where I live. Um, but anyway, I had my feet propped up, I think, on a rock or two or something, and trying to kind of dry my feet out because my one shoe, I think I stepped in a little puddle or something because of the rain and how it had been up there, and trying to dry my shoe out because I only had maybe one or two pair of shoes, and it was a vacation, and we had to pack what we could, but we couldn't overpack either because we were living in, you know, the motorhome, and there were what, 6 of us in there. So, small, big enough but small enough we couldn't bring the whole house basically. So as I said, I've got my feet propped up and trying to dry my one foot and kind of just half relaxing, telling a story, and didn't realize that the heat from the fire um, had really begun to kind of melt my one shoe. I think it was my right foot, if I remember right. Thinking back, yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure. So it was funny. Didn't really notice it because my feet really didn't get really burning hot, and I probably was like, "Oh, I'm getting warm. Okay, this is better than being cold." No, me. So anyway, as we, sit there and I get up and put my foot down, and my shoe just kind of, with it being, hot, kind of melted rubber, kind of just went, just everywhere. Still stayed intact. It just kind of reformed itself. So I ended up having what we called my club foot tennis shoe. It was funny. It was so funny because my family did not let me live that down of because I am pretty, conscientious, pretty, don't do really kind of those kind of stupid things per se. And that was kind of stupid. It was really kind of just, but it also just, kind of shows, that even me, I have my moments where even I can just kind of cut loose, let loose, and just, and I think sometimes you need to do that in life. I think sometimes you need to do that. My ring is just really driving me nuts. It's got a break in it, and even though it sits there, but there's a little crack in it, and it kind of slips and then kind of tightens up around my finger, and it bugs me. So sorry about that, but it's been bugging me tonight. Um, so anyway, getting back to who the way I am, I'm very I can have fun. I can go do things, have fun with friends, but I'm just not known for doing a lot. My family might say something different, because they know me better. And it's interesting to know that this story has been passed down to my nieces and nephews, and I'm sure at some point my new grandniece will hear the wonderful story about her great uncle and how his clubfoot. And so with that, but I'm also, kind of, in my family, I'm the one that kind of, does get ribbed and stuff because I'm the oldest. My brother is uh, not quite a year younger than me, but he's taller. He still has most of his blonde hair, and he doesn't have a lot of gray, whereas I have a lot of gray. I have, if I don't shave, I have a lot of gray here. So they tend to tease me about being grandpa, even though I'm their uncle, and things like that. Just a fun family thing. So with that, it just find it kind of funny how just things you do with family and things how you are with family and how some of the things that get told and passed on, you know, and you're surprised sometimes at what gets passed on, that you kind of just wish wouldn't have or didn't, or, that even as I think back now, I really don't want to think about that moment because it's not one of my more shining bright moments, but it's a moment. It's a moment. I do own it. It's a part of my life. It's a part of who I am. And with that, it's part of what, kind of made me, I think, learn to be able to kind of laugh at myself a little bit more, even when I'm with friends, and even when, like I said, I don't do a lot of dumb and stupid things, but sometimes I just do a little doozy like I did on that one, and it's just a way to, you know, um, if you learn to accept that and just deal with it and learn that everybody has those moments, um, what, it makes it easier to even look back now, and I can look back and just kind of laugh about it and just shake my head and go, you know, that's what you get for being tired, for running around playing all day, being on vacation, being a kid. I was only what, mm, I was about 75, so maybe about 14. So we probably have been off running around doing this, that, the other, out there, having fun, being on vacation, um, and just coming back and being tired and enjoying the time around the fire with family, eating dinner, relaxing, telling stories, whatever we were doing. I don't remember everything that we were doing. I think we were telling stories, trying to tell ghost stories or scare each other or something. You know, those fun things that you do with family. So with that, just giving you a little insight to me and who I am and what I'm about. Um, on a different note, aside from the straightforward, the very analytical type person and dealing with my numbers and wanting everything to be just kind of so. So with that, make it a simply simple day. I hope you get a little chuckle out of this. I know it kind of brought a smile back to my face and kind of helped me remember that it's just fun to take that moment in time and sometimes and just think about those times because you know what, you never get those kind of times back. So thanks. Talk to you later and have a nice evening. Bye.